How you doing? It's Mike, and I haven't made a video in a while, and this is in regards to making bone carvings out of bones that you can buy at Petco, and I also have deer horns, but I haven't made anything yet, but I'm going to. But these small bones from Petco that you can buy, this one was only $1.79, and the larger ones like this one, it's a pretty large bone. They're hollow. They don't have that stuff inside of them. And this bone was, actually this one doesn't show, but I think around $2.50 to $2.80. So I had some questions in regards to the Dremel tool that I'm using, and I'm using the Dremel 4000, and I'm also using the wand attachment, so it makes it easier. I hang it up high and bring the wand down so the dust doesn't go up inside the Dremel. And then it's easier to use because it's like a pen when I do my artwork. And then again, the way that I do this is I'm going to make a video, and maybe a time-lapse video where I'll show how I make one of these with flowers, birds, or whatever. And the way that I do it is, again, I take a bone, pick out which one I want and kind of what I'm going to be doing with it. And then I draw on it the flowers and birds or what have you, whatever I want to carve out. And then I carve around those to lower the depth and leave the flowers or what have you up high. And then once that level's brought down without going through the bone, then I start working on the flowers and the detail to make it look three-dimensional. So it's worked for me. I haven't been doing this for very long at all. I've only made like 4 or 5 of these. I have done art in the past, but this is the first time ever carving like this. Usually I make sculptures out of clay and I build up. So this is a little bit different for me, but I am having fun. So some of the objects that I made a really nice one you may have seen in an earlier video. However, an accident occurred with my son and it fell and broke. One thing about these sculptures is that if you make the bone sculptures and you carve and make them completely negative with holes in between them, they're really, really fragile. If they fall and hit the ground, they will break. So this is one that I had, and I made, I'll actually show this in the dark, it's a little bit better, but this one used to be a large one, and it was really nice, but it fell and broke, so I had to do something different with it. However, it turned out pretty cool because with the hummingbird on the side, it ends up being more three-dimensional. So hummingbirds kind of cruising around. That was the same kind of bone as this one originally, like this. Got little mosquitoes floating around here. Another one that I made is this one recently, and this one has sunflowers all over it. You can see the sunflowers kind of on different angles here at the top. The one on the side coming across, and then I've got some leaves, and then another sunflower here, and then a large sunflower there. And what I'm doing with these is I make nightlights out of them now. On the top, I carved another little piece of bone and drilled a hole here and put a brass pin through, so this is able to move. Because I didn't want to have it just open. I wanted to make it look solid, but I was trying to stay away from glues and stay away from any other objects. But so I'll show you in a little bit when I turn the light off. This actually turns out to be a really nice night light with a 4 to 5 watt light bulb. Shines through this really well and makes it an orange night light. Another one that I made recently is this one. And this one has flowers again, orchids, and a butterfly, butterfly on it. This one has a large orchid down here, and then I have a butterfly right here that comes around. He's inside that other flower, and he comes around all the way with this little, from his wings across here. And then the same thing on the top, I didn't do a carving on this one, but I added this so it comes around and closes. One other thing I like about that is since I put that on, when I originally did a night light, the light shines directly through it up on the ceiling and leaves a circle on the ceiling, and I didn't want that. So I put this on to have it just be strictly a night light without seeing that. And then the other thing is, if you do carve on the top of those, you can completely carve through and make whatever you're doing, like a flower or leaf, which I tried. And when the light shines through, it actually makes that pattern on the ceiling, which is really cool. Here's a frog that I made out of a piece. He's a little dude. And that was just off of a bone like this. I just drew him and carved it out the top, and then just, drew it, and it started grinding on him, and it ends up being it's hard to see here, sorry, a little frog. Kind of like he's ready to take off. And then another thing I'm trying to do is just finish this butterfly. And it's one piece. It's all out of one piece. And it is, I haven't put the little, can't even think right now, sorry. But I haven't finished it, and little legs and antennas and all that. That was out of a piece like this. And if you can imagine, this round part is that round part there. Like that. So basically I cut it out and then just started grinding on it, and it makes a one solid piece, which is a butterfly. So you can try stuff like that, something different. But again, I haven't finished it. If you're doing art like this, you either feel it or you don't, and I'm not feeling it with this butterfly. So anyway, I'm going to turn the lights off, and I'll go ahead and show you how these night lights work. Real quick, these bases, I got some old redwood trees on the property. So I took, let me take this light out. I took an old piece of wood and started carving on it, and I made this base. And this would be for the, this one is for the sunflowers. So you can see the sunflower pattern going around the base. It's all out of one piece of wood. It's probably a 300-year-old piece, because we have really, really old redwoods on the property that burned down, and they're almost like large sequoias. And so I made that out of one piece. And then I just made this one today. This is out of one piece. And I actually carved some bone flowers, and I put the flowers, inlaid the flowers inside the redwood. So it's just one chunk of redwood. You can see all the grain. And I put a little linseed oil on it, but it turned it dark. But this redwood is so old, it's almost as hard as oak. So it's really, really cool. And so I notched the bottom right in here. You can see that this is really typical with this camera. So I notched the bottom, so boop, that falls in, and it just sits right on down. And when it sits down, then the sunflower will go on it like that. And it makes a nice nightlight. But I'll turn it on now and give you an idea of how it looks. But I do have to walk away to turn on the light, and I apologize. Let me turn this one back on. So you can buy these lights at Home Depot. They're only like $3 or $4, and they come with these clips, and you drill out a 1-inch hole in whatever base you're going to have, and it comes with a switch on it. So little switch. You put it through the 1-inch hole that you drill. Set it in. It's got these clips that hold it in place. And again, this one I made so it just pops right on. Although this is the wrong one, but this is that's how it sits. So okay, this is for this one. I actually notched the top out. You can see the little kind of a line pattern around here, a circle. It actually fits this, so it goes like that, right in there. It fits in place. So let me go turn it on real quick for you. I don't want to drag this out. Set this one back here. It's out of the way for you. Tip this down so you can get an idea of what those look like. And so it goes to show when you turn these night lights on, there you go. You can see it brights up really nice. This one here, and again, it gives you an idea of the different things you can make, and even my little frog. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this stuff. I am, and if you have any questions, go ahead and send me the questions, and I'll try to get back to you. Other than that, again, it's a Dremel 4000, and I probably bought every bit that they have, but I mostly use the small little round boring bits to do most of all this work. Okay, so thanks again, and if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and send them to me, and I'll try to get right back to you. Thanks.